hook up to the safe trailer that people see out in front of the store, and I start pulling away, and I check the tires, and one tire's like 0 PSI.
Flat.
And the thing hasn't moved for 4 years. So like I've never even looked at it. And I thought like, oh my gosh, dude, those guys are already on their way out there.
Yeah.
I'm across town. I mean, I'm 20, 25 minutes
about
away.
30 minutes out.
And so I pull up to St. George Transmission that's right next to me, and they air them up, and they're like, dude, like, I don't know if I drive this over there.
You got a big ass safe.
Yeah. And I was like, well, I don't really have a choice. So I just sent it. And dude, like 10 years ago, I never would have done that.
Right.
And so like, I tell him, my mom's like, are we going to be okay? I'm like, I freaking hope so. And I have William with me. Right. So I've got William in the back seat.
Yeah.
And we head out to Sand Hollow. So we get out to Sand Hollow. I'm pulling through like the little gate, and I've got this 10-foot yellow safe behind me. And the guy's like, hey, how's it going? And I was like, good. And he's like, what are you guys doing today? And I was like, oh, we're just going to take some pictures of this safe. And he's like, oh, well, do you have a permit? And I was like, what do I need a permit for? Like, I'm just taking a couple pictures. And he's like, well, if you advertise any of this for your business, you have to have a permit. And I was like, he's like, is it for your business? And I'm like, well, if I say no, does that change things? And he was like, yeah, if it's for personal, like I can't stop you, but if it's for a business, you need a permit. And I was like, well, it's for personal. And he was like, come on, dude. Like, this is it. And so we kind of had this back and forth for a second. And he's like, do you want me to call a ranger? And I'm like, yeah, dude, like, let's see if we can, because I already have Tyson and the Hummer.
We're already
there.
waiting. So the Hummer, and then the time of day is important, right? So we were like towards the end. I wanted it to be like a good lighting.
Dusk.
And it was already like pushing
and
it.
Tyson's calling me, and I'm like, bro, they're stopping me at the gate.
Up, bro. Do you not see where the sun's at?
And so long story short, they end up telling me we can't take the safe in. And so Tyson's like, well, dude, just drive up the road. There's a dirt road. You'll still see the lake. Let's just shoot it there. And so I head up the road. They come follow me. I pull over on a little spot where we could, and it's sand. And so I'm like, I don't know how deep into this we want to get this safe.
Yeah, it's sketchy with sand.
And so then we had the idea of like, let's pull the safe up. I'll drop it off my truck. We'll pull the Hummer up to it and kind of have it like the Hummer's pulling the safe, right? And dude, and all that went quick. Boom, 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 boom. It was like, light the smoke bombs, get this, shoot that, grab your flag. And the idea was, again, like the idea was is we were going to flash back and forth from like to the store, back to the lake scene, back to the store, back to the lake scene at the beginning. And that's what I think is cool about all this is like, I get pretty set on one vision. And then once all that footage goes to Tyson, it's just like, my hands are off on this. Like that's I have input at the end, but through that process, I mean, Tyson just runs with it. So yeah, we lit smoke bombs, we waved the flag, sun's going down, razors are driving past us, cars are driving past us. I've got this 10-foot flag out there swinging it around. My arms are destroyed.
Oh, dude, you were so beat after that. How long I had you wait.
And like we did a bunch and the other thing is that people need to understand, like, how many hours of footage do we have at this point?
A lot.
Like, what do you think? 6-7 hours?
Probably.
And so there's a ton of footage for Tyson to go through. So we kind of wrap it up, tell Andrew, my new best friend with a Hummer, and William loved it. William keeps on, to this day, he'll tell you it's the zombie truck is what he calls it. And so he rolls, and I just tell Tyson, like, dude, good luck. Let me know how fast. There's a ton of stuff to go through. I know there's a ton of footage. And yeah, we're 36 hours. You send a video back to me.
Yeah.
So again, other people, if you use Tyson, don't expect that turnaround. But yeah, so I mean, I think it was the next day, if not the next morning.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
you shoot it back to me, dude. And it's always like, I get excited because I'm like, from the other two videos, I know what my vision is. And I don't have a clue what I'm going to be viewing when I start that video, right? And so that video comes through and there's so many things that got changed from the original vision to the end. Like the storyline kind of stayed the same, right? And like how we shot it, we kind of knew the sequence we were going to shoot it in. But when it gets done and you're always like, it's not finished, feedback, yada, yada.
No, you can't post it yet.
Yeah. And I'm like wanting to send it to everybody. And I was like, dude, you killed it. That's it. Like you killed it. And so that's the important part of this, though, is there's a visionary, there's the implementer, there's the final result, there's tweaks.
Challenges.
Yeah, there was a lot of challenges, permits, changed a lot of plans. We were fluid through the whole, shooting all the scenes. The whole thing was fluid. Like a funny part, when we're filming like the everyone dancing funny at the store, like we had other music playing too, just to try and loosen people up to kind of go through it,
Yeah.
But yeah, we can kind of wrap this part up and get into the meat and potatoes if you want. But
yeah, no, I'd say, I mean, just the story of it, like the biggest thing why, we wanted to talk about this is just like the creation process that takes from idea to filming to then post it on the digital realm. I believe that the digital realm is one of the most important things in your business. The digital sphere is like, that's where everybody's attention is. And you try to find where the underpriced attention is. And so YouTube or Facebook Reels or, like making those specific contents for those specific platforms, and create audio and culture through that to then let's see what kind of awareness we can create for your business. That's the number one thing.
Yeah.
And to approach it differently and uniquely. So yeah, I mean, it's like, I enjoy that creative process. I enjoy getting in front of people, communicating, making my idea into a reality. And there's so many failures in it. There's like being an entrepreneur is just a bunch of micro failures all the time. And this was a testament to from idea challenges to end result. I mean, literally, how long did it take? A week?
Yeah. From idea to having the whole thing done and edited, we were like a week and a half max. And the largest part of that was like just trying to find people that'll come and do it.
Right.
And so we pushed it out a week to try and line up enough of people. Yeah, dude, the reason we're kind of going through a lot of this, I've had people ask me like, where do you even come up with this? Like, how does this happen? And the first part of it is like actually doing it, like starting, right? That's always the first thing. It's stupid answer, but that's where the majority of people get held up, is just doing it. And there's a ton of B-roll, a ton of video involved. Like I said, hours and hours. And then my mom had the back scene. Why can't I say that word?
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. My mom had like all the behind the scenes footage that Tyson also has. And that's cool too, because that's going to come out in a little bit, where it's like, hey, this was the video we did, this was the finished product, and this is how it happened.
Yeah. Right now, behind the scenes is super important. If you notice, like some big networks, let's just say ABC, you notice like when they interview someone, they'll always have a shot behind the scenes one way or another, and then the close-up scenes. There's just something about when people watch it, they want to know behind the scenes. And so I'm really glad that your mom did that, and I just want to like do that more. If you own a business, do behind the scenes content, because it does well.
Well, they had the Rise event that the Chamber of Commerce put on, and McCrae Hepler talked, and it was funny, dude. They had like this little blooper reel of when he does his What's Going On in Southern Utah.
Yeah.
And it was like all these bloopers of him being like, hey, it's McCrae over in, oh, freak, dude, I freaking screwed that up.
Where am I at again?
Dude, it was amazing. Like this whole reel that they put together of all
these bloopers, and it did great.
And that smashed, dude.
Right.
So and we've kind of done that too. We had a blooper at the farms.
Like in our first, the bloopers of the farm. That's right. And bloopers of your Weapon X too. Yeah.
And so that's part of it, man. Like people get scared, they back out. You just got to start. So first thing, you got to start. I think second thing is you got to have a team of people that do this kind of stuff.
Right.
Like Tyson checks a lot of those boxes for me. And so I'm lucky that way. Like Mallory with the podcast, she checks all of the boxes. Like I sit down with a guest, Mallory fulfills everything else. So you gotta kind of have a team, and you have to be able to take your hands off of it a little bit.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing I watch business owners go through is like understanding, like it's your self-awareness, like understanding what you're good at and what you're not. And I think a lot of times entrepreneurs struggle with that. Business owners struggle with that because it's their baby.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. You raise this baby,
but if they can
nothing.
do a 70% good enough job, they're worth it.
Yeah.
And it's just that self-awareness of understanding, like, this is where my zone is. I want to have help on this. this side of things. And that's exactly what you did with me.
Well, it's easier for me because I don't have a clue where to even start. And you were already down that road.
Yeah.